All right, good morning, everybody. Figured we'd go live a little bit early, get this thing started. What's going on, brother?
John's back.
Yes, sir. Brandon's in the house. UFC on ESPN 38 weigh-in set to begin at the top of the hour. Big main event, Arman Tsarukyan versus Mateusz Gamrot. I feel like this is that hardcore main event, right? Casual fans might not know who these guys are, but I'm loving this fight. Stylistically, I love this fight. What it means in the division, I love this fight. Maybe a little surprising that the UFC is pairing these two guys together. You know, it's kind of two new guard type athletes, but I dig it. I really dig it. And then, of course, another one of these big prospects as well, Shavkat Rakhmonov, facing off with Neil Magny in the co-main event. Love that one as well. Shavkat, the hype is kind of building around him, rightfully so as well. Then you got Neil Magny, who just says, I'll fight anybody. I'll literally fight anybody. And lives up to that, man. You got to respect him for that. Got to respect him for that. Scott McCrate in the house, Big Ben in the house with the kind words, as always, from both you guys. Appreciate it. Andrew, I see you. What's up? Stairway to 7 with the positivity. I love it. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. It's a new day and a great day to be alive. Be thankful for what you have. And that's the truth. We're all out here busting our ass and chasing after what we think we. All right, switched over to my phone, which hopefully fixes everything. All right, hopefully that fixes it. Sounds like, by the way, guys, the headliners are lined up first and second, so we'll have our main event very quickly off the top. But yeah, had to switch Wi-Fi to the phone. I'm not trying to trash the fine folks in the UFC and the Apex, but we're trying to figure this Wi-Fi out. It's a struggle every week. Andrew, I like it. Back to taking martial arts classes again. Much respect to you, sir. What's good, Derek Langston? Now that my phone is serving as a hotspot, I think we're doing okay. Yeah, Richard, I headed out to Brussels last weekend. Other than the fact that I got stuck there, it was a great time. Brussels is a cool town, man. Fantastic frosty beverages. Shout out to the folks at MMA Bushido. They put on this like all VIP event, man. It was cool. It was like open bar, dinner service for everybody. It was a really cool setup. Big Ben, I didn't see what happened at BKFC weigh-ins. What happened? I saw the photos. I actually posted the photos up at mixedmartialarts.com, but I didn't get a chance to see the video. But yeah, Richard, then I got stuck in Brussels for a day. The airport security was apparently on strike on Monday, so no flights were leaving at all. So ended up taking a train to Heathrow, but didn't make it in time to get out, and all the flights were full for the rest of the day, so I had to stay there an extra day. A little bit of adventure. It was frustrating, but worst places to be stuck for the day. What fight are you most excited for at this event? I mean, to me, it's the main event, right? I mean, I know that's an easy cop-out, but for me, I love this, man. I've been so high on Arman Tsarukyan since he first came in. I mean, when he came in, and put on, that performance against Makhachev, I was like, oh, this guy's the real deal. And he just continues to get better. So definitely most excited for that. But honestly, I like a lot of the fights on this card. I mean, Shavkat, I'm excited about him. Umar Nurmagomedov and Nate Maness. Safe Saud's in the house.
48 shots in the stomach. 48, man. That's the rules. That's MMA.
My buddy Cold Coffee, Ken Hathaway, it was his birthday yesterday, so Safe's trying to call for body shots for him.
What up, dude?
What's going on?
You got stuck overseas or what?
Yeah.
Did that little bit of panic set in?
Like, when am I getting home?
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's all fun.
It wasn't that bad. Except this week was my kid's soccer camp, and so like I like going and hanging out with them at the soccer camp, so I had to miss a day of it.
You love your fucking son, so.
You know how that is, like
you being stuck over there. You look lost weight too.
A little bit, man.
You being stuck over there, it was all fun and games until like, yeah, you can't go home.
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
fuck this place.
That's exactly what it was.
Fuck Europe, man. What the fuck's going on? This is not fucking America, bro.
So true.
What do you mean I can't get home?
That's it.
This food sucks.
It's like you were there, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you were there.
This fucking hotel is so fucking small.
Right?
Is that what happened?
That was basically it. Yeah. I was like, I hate this place. Yeah, I just want to come home and see my
I'm never
family.
going back.
Yeah.
I'm never going back.
I'll be there next month.
But I don't think that's why I don't go overseas anymore.
To be honest with you, I was a little nervous before they got rid of that waiver. Like, what if you go there and get COVID and you're fine, but you're stuck there for 2 weeks?
Dude, this place is fucked. No doubt.
No doubt.
It's all falling in the water. But it's a little
Morning, everybody. Welcome to weigh-ins. We will start with our main event fighters. First to the scale this morning, 11th ranked lightweight, Arman Tsarukyan. Official weight 156 pounds for Arman Tsarukyan. Next to the scale, the other half of our main event, Mateusz Gamrot. Official weight 156 pounds for Mateusz Gamrot.
Thank you.
Good job. Next to the scale, J.P. Bays. Official weight 126 pounds for J.P. Bays. Next to the scale, Thiago Moises. Official weight 155.5 for Thiago Moises. Next to the scale, Raulian Paiva. Official weight 136 pounds for Raulian Paiva. Next to the scale, Tafon Chukwi. Official weight 206 pounds for Tafon Chukwi. Next to the scale, Christos Yagos. Official weight 156 pounds for Christos Yagos. Next to the scale, TJ Brown. Official weight 145 and a half for TJ Brown. Next to the scale, Shailen Nordenbecka. Official weight 146 pounds for Shailen Nordenbecka. Next to the scale, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Official weight 170 and a half for Shavkat Rakhmonov. Next to the scale, Sergey Morozov. Official weight 136 pounds for Sergey Morozov. Next to the scale, Mario Bautista. Official weight 135 and a half for Mario Bautista. Next to the scale, Cody Durden. Official weight 126 pounds for Cody Durden. Next to the scale, Nate Maness. Official weight 135 pounds for Nate Maness. Next to the scale, Jinyu Fry. Official weight 115.5 for Jin Yu Fry.
Heck of a start to the run there.
Like 22 minutes.
Thought we might go all the way through there, but no. Of course, we got the heavyweights, Alan Bado, Josh Parisian. They'll probably be a little late to show up, but the main event is official already. Arman Tsarukyan, Mateusz Gamrot, first ones to weigh in. I'm going to get a little photo and video edited of those, and we'll see if we get started again quickly. See Cody Merrill jumped in. Oh, this is where I see Chris Curtis, so we're getting back to it already.
Next to the scale, Chris Curtis.
Woo! I'm so happy. This spot, man, it's been way too long. 7 months. 185.5.
Official weight 185.5 for Chris Curtis.
How was your night? You got after it? Lost some weight, that was good. I guess they get you on steak. Steak, buttery red.
What's that? Did you see that last week? Showed a barbecue spot. Showed a barbecue spot last time back from the commercial. I'll play. So I was just like, oh, mouth water and those are the salted barbecue. Shut your dirty little shut your dirty vegetarian mouth. It's you don't get to talk about any barbecue.
He said that on TV.
That's awesome. Our producer set it up all day, told me after. He was like, oh, I had that in the gym. I told PC to throw it. This is funny though.
You don't crave it.
No, if I did, I would eat it. I'm not, if I release like, I'll be back. Like,
Why one day did you just switch?
it wasn't a one-day thing. It was, I wanted to do a few days. I wanted to try a day. We just tried a day. So I did that. I realized it could be. Then, I was just like, okay, I'll do this more often. Just one day or two, maybe 3 weeks, whatever. Just like, I don't have to even be there. So then, they started like climbing up. And then like,
Influx, dude.
Either cashing in and a lot of things freaking them out. People are just so weird. It's like if you were gonna sell your home, you should have done it. Like,
it was good, like it tasted good, but like after I was just like, I was doing it. So I just started like, it took still a couple months, but then I was
You just gotta go. So ribeyes is all
try going like,
3 hours later, we're like,
yeah, seriously, yeah, between breakfast and lunch.
in his job,
It's me and you.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
On Wednesday?
You have a lot, I think. What do you have? You have Monday too?
how about that? This is like my favorite app.
So, inflation. Because we said it if you had like why would price of gas goes up?
something
you
overnight.
just can't turn on the switch. They don't have the infrastructure anymore to do that. Same thing with oil refineries. They can't take oil and make it into gas without refining. Those refineries are gone. So they can say, oh, well, the gas companies are gouging people. They're not gouging people. This is a circumstance of and the other thing that is called you switch over to solar and all those things. When was the last time you had a power plant be totally obliterated? So you have all this solar being used to wipes out the solar farm. It's not like they send a repair truck out to repair the lines. There's no more manufacturing of the power. The solar farm wiped out. Plants just start the engine and the plant runs. So they never have any everything's processed that. It's gonna be great. I'll bet you anybody that you talk to 35 or 40 years ago, you told them at the level of Lake Mead in a dam when you were like 75 feet below the top of the ground, they would have laughed at you. It's not true. That dam will be making hydroelectric power for the next 200 years. There's no water to put through there. This is
Like you said, like something pretty simple. They plan for a river to overflow, but they didn't plan for the hurricane to push the water into different areas and then that fucked it up.
It's almost like there needs to be like an interagency that does impact of what repercussions this would do to flooding in the family.
And run simulations on every
Yeah, like saying, hey, I'm gonna close the pipe.
yeah.
Like somebody brought up the point the other day, like, okay, so you're not selling oil abroad anymore. Someone's buying it. India's still buying it. So they're buying it from the Russians, they're buying it from the Chinese, they're buying it. So you think that carbon emission is still going into the atmosphere, but the Chinese are getting rich off it. And over the next 50 years, oil, like as it starts to transition, oil is worthless. So now we have 100 years worth of oil, 500 years worth of oil surplus in the United States. That's
For
gonna be
profit. What do you think? So money is efficient. It's like
Because they have this thing at what price is oil? How much devastation one has to save the environment? And are you going to save it if the carbon output is the same? I would bet you we mine it and drill it, do it a lot cleaner than any other countries, so that we contain, it's better here. Then again, they might say, hey, you know what, we need Venezuela to have some kind of economy for a little while, so there'll be a bunch of people done blowing shit up, so there could be some bigger picture. But the idea that everybody's going to buy an electric car here, did they ever think of where they're going to charge it? Or where that electricity, in the middle of the summer, say half the city has Teslas, that electric demand on the grid, charge all of those, they're going to say you're not allowed to charge during the day. You're only allowed to charge 2 hours a day. Because you can't run with air conditioners when it's 110 out and charge the cars. It's like you're getting a generator. You get one with a generator.
come on, bro. I'm gonna give you a hug, dude.
How's it going, brother? I'm good. Good to see you, man. Glad you're putting in the work with all these boys over there, man. Yeah, they're enjoying your
Which one?
the DC and the media crew. Yeah.
I seen them in the room and stuff. They're fucking coming out. I'm coming in and they're fucking. How fast is it? I'd rather roll it in. Be good. She did good. Yeah.
I want to go.
Get that Kobe motherfucker.
You know what it was, dude? Honestly, my kids turned 10. I was just like, things like
Next to the scale, Neil Magny. Official weight 171 pounds for Neil Magny.
All right, co-main event now official as well. Still stuck in some video editing. One of these days I'll have a whole staff again. In the meantime, shout out my man Cody Merrill, keeping things light in the chat.
Everybody just stopped. We come back in 2 hours. So you were doing that show? 2 years ago. That was early.
Randy Watson, we got to adjust those hashtags moving forward. I see Simon Head jumped in. What's going on? That's a good idea, Cody Mero. I would like to see that. I mean, I know people like the Trash Kid Rock, but come on, it's just a signature walkout song for Cowboy Cerrone. Like, that would be cool for him to play it live. Oh, look at that. I was trying to post on Instagram and it wouldn't post. The struggle is real.
Next to the scale, Brian Kelleher. Official weight 135.5 for Brian Kelleher.
Subsidized by some governing body. I'm just indebted. It doesn't really? I mean, no, like, you know what I mean? It's more efficient.
You did use that. And shrink your head. 2 words.
Because you, yeah. It's kind of how it should be.
Yeah, well, there was about 10, 15 minutes of that.
Next to the scale, Carlos Olberg. Official weight 204.5 for Carlos Olberg.
Limited playing time, 5 home runs for Bobby this year. He is the best. He literally, I think he's the best. He used to be a big Gorman Nixon fan.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, yeah. Dale Brown is good. Remy was awesome. Rest in peace.
You know, we used to.
When Remy took over, he took over.
We tried a couple minutes.
It's right on Laser, right?
We're gonna try.
Was it like Castle Flag and then took over Castle Flag or some shit?
She's got her mom's still in we're gonna try eventually just
Castle Flag was right?
yeah.
So it used to be. Wasn't it Shadow? In Ball Montgomery. Remember in Ball Montgomery? Yeah. White hair. Looks exactly
Yeah, it turns out that Heidi Ding is a big Carlos Olberg fan. We have to turn him today. That's what we learned from today's weigh-ins.
I didn't like him at first. I love him.
We even in Phoenix, we had backstories in Phoenix. We over. We actually found it really good.
He's our guy, second baseman, right?
Maybe we can find
Once I got through all the fucking.
Rover. We've had good luck with it.
Remember when he first came in, I was like, oh, fuck, is this guy? And then Raspy, right? Raspy was. We've done his one of the best of all time, I think. They're not better. Brick and fucking Jack. There's nothing better. I'll tell you who was really good actually. I remember after he retired, Paul Pierce was really good. I thought Sheriff Shane Knight.
Yeah, I was
No, 90 is Vegas.
I trust him.
Super underrated defenseman.
That's the hardest part. But again, I don't know how many are. Say like a lot. Just little records. Like that's a really interesting shit. His home is small. Even if it's
They
really good
coach
guys,
everything from Boston and Vegas.
you
First,
just
I
don't
think
want
they
to
don't
be bullied. You know, whatever. You just have to know. Good stuff, you know.
Well, I mean, they got Bruce Cassidy, which is shocking. We? Yeah. He just met him. Hockey suit and the professional brother was the goalie.
That Mike was hot. Billy, Brendan, that Mike was hot.
Oh, should I just? Am I annoying him?
Jack Edwards is the best.
As long as you're okay, that everybody can hear you.
As long as they understand.
You're
As
not.
long as they understand.
It's
Just
more.
a heads up. You do
I
you.
sat over here knowing that I was trying to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's got it angled at Billy. So
Yeah.
Billy's actually on the hot mic.
Which mic is it?
Well, my bad for ruining your
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Trying to get Billy
I know what avenues are safe. Hockey broadcasting, it's a pretty safe
You know,
topic.
conversation should turn real quick.
If we start getting into anything else, I'll shut it down.
Unless you're from Tampa, then it's a so good.
Yeah. Too soon.
God, did you see that game the other night?
No, I saw the ending. Yeah.
All right, so you're in action. Where is this way
Just like barely snuck
The world.
Well, you got some web people going on
They have their
live.
own stream, right?
Got the building. Yeah, it's on shirt on.
Oh, really?
Did I have a real platform?
It's going out to the world.
7 billion potential viewers.
Use it for it,
Go
yeah.
ahead, Billy, say something.
So they know about Jack Edwards now.
This group's before your time. Way before your time.
And was it overtime? Was it all overtime? And dude, and the story was because it was with Conjuring. The guy that scored it. He was out for like pretty much the whole
Nothing was
brought
better.
him back.
History now.
Makes the game. The Vegas leads game. We saw the re-ups.
Castiglione and True. What?
See who's going to be the top line.
Greatest.
Down to the belt, right? It wasn't even like a player putting in net. He was just skating up at speed, and the puck hit him, and passed past us. Yeah, so it was a ricochet thing. That just happened. It's the weirdest goal. Hit him in the face. That one, he was skating up fast. And hit him. And then they didn't know who to give the goal to. They were like, you got to figure out where that goes, where it's going to shoot off. It didn't come off anybody's stick.
That's it. There's no excitement.
That was just
Not forever, but a good amount.
Now it's like Colorado wins. It's about you and Colorado won. But it's like special.
Because it's so hard to do.
Yes, you put it Plus, there's guys on that team that weren't there for
The other thing. That's the whole point. Yeah, people just say cheer against this. It's like, no, just cheer are the better teams. The winners.
Shit that he says.
One of these players, the underdog. Guy that never won.
He's a Russian guy too.
Tony Romo's good. I like Tony. I like Tony.
Just like
All right, got the co-main up on Twitter. Trying to get that co-main up on Instagram. Checking back in with everybody here. Appreciate Cody Mayer holding things down.
tried to go out and shoot. Push the pocket.
I see you, Big Ben. I appreciate you. Yeah, Richard, to be honest with you, that's kind of my plan from now on. I tried pre-fight. I tried post-fight. It's boring now. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of my plan. The next time he's at a press conference, I'll just ignore him. Doesn't make any sense, you know? Oh, Joe says he's out drinking. I'm not going to lie. I mean, technically you're getting me at the end of a long day at work, but but Joe from H-Town always shows me some real hospitality in Houston, man. I always appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, Queen. I texted him too, just to be like, "Hey, do you want to talk?" Because I really don't think I said anything that he thinks I said. Again, I don't even know if it's real or if it's just a shtick. You know, I've always had a good relationship with Colby, and I don't take it personal. It is what it is. He's promoting his brand, doing what he's got to do. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense for me to ask him questions. Like, I don't want to keep the shtick going, so I'll just not ask him questions. That's not hard, you know. But yeah, when I texted him, he never texted me back, so it is what it is. Yeah, no Umar yet. So here's where we stand. If you're just joining us, we had a really, really quick start. But to no one's surprise, the heavyweights are not here. So Alan Baido, Josh Parisian, they'll probably roll in a little bit later, as heavyweights tend to do. And then we're still waiting on Umar Nurmagomedov and Hidalgo Vieira. So that's really all we're waiting on at this point. MP says, call him a bum. Nah. I never really want to be like, that's not me, man. I'm not going to go at a fighter. Like, that's just ridiculous. That's not my job. I don't, to get into like some beef with a fighter. Like, come on, man. I'm a reporter. I'm just here to ask questions. I'm not here to be part of the story, which really is kind of annoying that Colby made me part of the story, if I'm being honest. Never want that, but
our final guys.
It is what it is. And yes, Silvio, Tony, the face-offs will be here as well. I'll stream the face-offs also. Sometimes they happen a little bit early, usually kind of right around that 11 o'clock local. Yeah, HG, that's it. Stay professional, right? I just keep doing what I do, you know? That's the way I feel. MP, I like it. It's truthfully, man, it's not even like it's not even Kobe. It's all the like people that like just parrot what he says and like hit me up on social media or whatever. Like, are you serious? Like, all right. It's just ridiculous. So There you go, Richard. Yeah, Scott, we got 2 CFSC events in July, which I'm pretty excited about. So July 14th, we'll be in Florida. And then July 28th, I want to say, we'll be in Memphis. We actually have 2 CFSC gigs coming up in July. Should be fun. The Memphis one is the week of the Dallas pay-per-view, so I'm actually excited. So I'm going to go fly out to Dallas, which is cool because I get to see my family. But then I'm going to skip the weigh-ins on Friday, unfortunately, because that's the day of the fights. But I'll do the press conference Thursday and then fly to Memphis, and then do the fights on Friday, and then fly back to Dallas on Saturday for the UFC pay-per-view in Dallas. So that'll be a fun week, busy week. Yeah, Chimaev versus Colby. That's the fight that a lot of people want to see, right? Seems to make sense. Yeah, Queen. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I don't know anything personal. If he wants to reach out tomorrow and be like, all right, bro, let's just end all this, I'm down with that. You know what I mean? I don't have anything personal. All right, Jeff Mullen back in the house. Let's see what we got.
Next to the scale, Adolfo Vieira. Official weight 185 pounds for Adolfo Vieira.
So really, that takes us down to just Umar Nurmagomedov in terms of, guys that quote unquote worried about. The heavyweights, not an issue.
That I feel good about putting out into the world.
Nope. Do we have anybody, or is he just getting it ready for heavyweights? Oh, or maybe Umar's here. Oh, Scott, appreciate that. We're actually in Tunica, so I'm just flying into Memphis, and then we drive out to Tunica where the casinos are. So I won't get to spend much time in Memphis proper, unfortunately. Not on this trip anyway, since I'll be so in and out.
Next to the scale, Umar Nurmagomedov. Official weight 136 pounds for Umar Nurmagomedov.
Oh, you're right. Sorry about that. Vanessa Demopoulos hasn't weighed in either. So we do have one more there. Apologize for that.
475.
And then, of course, the heavyweights. Richard, no, that fight's not for sure yet. That's a fight that they're aiming for, but Oliveira wants to fight in Brazil. He wants to fight Conor, so we'll see. Shani, the Florida event will be in Tampa. the Hard Rock there in Tampa. And yes, Queen, that is Habib's cousin. That is not just a man that shares the name.
Find any flights down. There's some 5 a.m.s that get us there at 9:50. Better than a overnight that leaves at 10 and has a layover. It's still gonna get you there at 10. And I know American has like a 5 a.m. that gets in at 9:50. It's a pay-per-view too, so. Did you see this? I didn't see any late Southwest.
Take it easy, HG. Appreciate your time.
Does American have it?
Oh, nice, Sonny. Come say what's up for sure.
No.
Joe from H-Town. He's Punk is healing up, man. Actually hit him up after he made his announcement. I'm like, were you really hurt, or am I just a wrestling mark like everybody else now? But yeah, he definitely hurt. He's on the mend. I don't know if he's going to be at our shows in July or not. I hope so. But Joe, you'll be happy to know that I was actually watching the following Wednesday when they were in LA, and I think he got hurt.
It's like all of a sudden, shit was fine for like ever, and all of a sudden it just doesn't.
So I was watching AEW wrestling to see what the follow up from the pay-per-view. It was really cool to be there that night. He won the title, though. Me and my family had a good time. Yeah, Sean, if you make it to Florida, be sure and say hello.
I just wonder if something infrastructure should
Richard, he does still train MMA, not as much as he used to, but he does whenever he can. That dude really loves MMA. I know everybody has their opinions of him or whatever, but like he really, really loves MMA.
I just feel like it's been a few months raining, and it was just like night and day. Like we came back for some event, and all of a sudden
It's like a trip. You always try to use miles. Just, yeah.
do you guys have issues on hardlines? Because that's what we were pushing for a long time. We were like, just give us hardline.
Travel is crazy too. There's supposed to be like dollars rolling once you turn there. So people would travel over there, and it's opened up.
We were pushing for that.
Plus, there's less flights. It's just like
This production was still having issues on hardline. That's the
price gap. Yeah. They're doing it on purpose. They have to.
Yes, it is Simon Head. That's birthday boy, Kenny Sloggins, a.k.a. Kimbo Slice, a.k.a. Out Cold Coffee. Yeah, Richard, I agree. You know, Punk has become a friend of mine, you know, working together on the CFFC broadcast. So he's become a good friend of mine. But before that, during his MMA career, I didn't know him, to be honest with you. I didn't follow his wrestling career or anything like that, so I didn't know much about him. But we had a media meal with him one time after he first signed with the UFC. And I just liked his attitude, which was like, you know, he never promised, like, hey, I'm gonna be the best in the world. I'm going to be the champ. He just said, look, Punk literally said, like, I don't know if I'm going to be any good at this, but I love it. and I want to test myself. And because, you know, I've reached a certain level of fame or what have you, I get a chance to do it in the UFC. It's like, who wouldn't do that? You know, like if your favorite sport was baseball and the New York Yankees said, hey, do you want to come pitch opening day? You're not going to be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Like, hell yeah, let's go. So. I respect him. It didn't go his way. Second fight, man, he was dealing with a lot of stuff. I've only learned all this since afterwards, you know, since we become friends. But his second fight, man, he had a lot of stuff going on. And I think basically, like, everybody around him was like, dude, you need to pull out of this fight. And he was like, man, when am I ever going to get a chance to fight in the UFC in Chicago? I can't pull out of this fight. And obviously it didn't go his way, but still got respect.
Well, they said you have to do it. You have to use them for like what is the waiver?
Yeah, Shawnee, that was my history too. Like I've talked about it before, but like I was a wrestling fan when I was a little kid, and then once I figured out it was scripted, I got pissed and stopped watching it. But then eventually found MMA. So. Yeah, Tsarukyan still got some big upside, Queen. Still got some big upside for sure. WWF back then. Andrew, you know, sometimes it's people reaching out to me. Sometimes it's just what schedule's available, you know. Man, to be honest, like I love interviewing people at all levels. You know, the bigger names get the bigger clicks, obviously, and that does matter. But you know, I love talking to prospects and meeting people on the way up. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons I love calling fights. Is like watching these talents as they first develop, seeing them. It's something pretty cool about that, like seeing somebody's early on and then watching their journey, like living their dream, getting to the big show. It's always fun. Yeah, I'm anxious to see John Jones at heavyweight. Man, if John Jones can be dominant at heavyweight too, I think the greatest of all time debate, like you can't even have it anymore, right? Like it's just with his run at light heavyweight, if he bounces up and dominates everybody at heavyweight, can you even have a debate anymore after that? Ha, that's a good story, Simon. I didn't know that. That's funny. Yeah, he's a pro. He's a pro for sure. All right, let me get a couple photos edited real quick. Got the 2 videos up, Twitter and Instagram.
Instead of spending $5,000 on the ticket. Yeah. The bus, dude. Oh yeah, no. It's a bad one, dude.
Oh, we'll give you $400. I'm like, that doesn't help me.
At all, yeah.
Put me on a different flight.
You can kill me up there. Alright, dude, I'm gonna hit the head real quick. I'll be back. Hopefully we don't have a fight in. But yeah, they just. But yeah, we did the same thing. I looked at the pricing for like premium economy and then went back and forth with it. It was just miles. And eventually it was just better to just go paying the premium economy ticket and then upgrade. Yeah, premium plus, yeah. Lower cost. Yeah.
Stipe packing on the weight. I hope they get that fight book soon. Yeah, I'd love to see Stipe and John go at it if that's the fight we're going to go with. NP giving the shouts out to Vanessa. How about an interview with Ariel? I mean, I've never been invited. It's not like I've ever turned it down. I think it's always just been because we've been working. That was kind of always the thing. It's like MMA fighting and MMA junkie. There was this like unwritten rule that neither really acknowledged that the other existed. Basically, is how it worked. So. I appreciate that, Randy. Yeah, I miss doing stuff with George and Goes too, man. We've done a couple little shows here and there. It's just tough with our schedules right now to get coordinated because I'm doing so much. But I love chatting with those guys. I miss doing it at Mandalay too, man. We used to have a lot of good times. Hopefully they can make it back over there at some point. I know they're kind of working from home now. I think the studio underwent some renovations and stuff. But yeah, man, we had some good times with George and Goes. Those guys will always be friends to me for sure, man. And that gives Simon Head a chance to plug his show. Send them link Simon Head. He's been doing stuff with George and Goes as well. Looking forward to seeing Simon Head out here in Las Vegas too. It's just a couple days away from getting in here, actually. Simon Head will be out here. Abby Saban will be here. Get to see the old school UK junkie crew.
Something worth bringing up to. But some we're gonna miss anyway. Like when we go to Abu Dhabi is from last week.
I will not try to argue with you, Queen. I can no longer support it.
Held 3 of them until we got back from all that. Then last year we just missed. Last year we just missed. But now they're doing road continuous road, so we can't do continuous and road and a paper. The road continuous before it's after.
Oh, me interview him? I don't know about that.
So what? We're gonna need something because
Yeah, Izzy wants to do big things, man. All right, got some movement here. Let's see if it's the heavyweights or if it's Vanessa.
Next to the scale, Josh Parisian. Official weight 265.5 for Josh Parisian.
$265.5. Just under the limit there. So now at this point, Alan Baudot and Vanessa Demopoulos. Hey, Queen, I mean, look, I'm picking Adesanya in that fight, but Cannonier, man, he's coming in with that mindset. Like, I'm about to make this a dog fight. You know, I think Cannonier is gonna put on the type of fight that we thought Bohashinia was gonna do, right? Like, let's just make this. Let me come out throwing bombs. Let me make this ugly. Let me get in your face and not let you off the hook. I think that's what we're about to see from Cannonier. I mean, Adesanya's seen that. He's elite. There's no question about it. But yeah, anybody that's thinking this is like a sure thing, I would have to disagree.
He's kind of good in a lot of ways, but that's weird.
Joe, shout out to GG and Goes for sure. Oh yeah, Simon Head, we'll rope you in for that and a half episode if you're down. Maybe we do it at a local watering hole. Frosty beverage in hand. Big Ben, I'm coming out to Florida in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks for the CFFC show. And then at the end of August, I'll be back in Philly for a back-to-back night. We're going to do another Fury grappling event as well. So looking forward to those. Those are fun. Yeah. Andrew, I don't see how you don't like Cannonier. And he's been fun from the beginning. Like, I mean, obviously he's making his way into the spotlight now, but just from the very first time he came in, we were like, man, this guy is a quirky dude. But now he's turned himself into an absolute killer.
He's definitely going to be the guy.
Shawnee, that's a good point. That loss to Young was good for Izzy. It kind of felt like, you know, at that time, everybody was saying Izzy was the next Conor, you know, an international superstar with a country behind him. And I think he was starting to think, you know, oh, this is, I can't speak for him. I don't know what he was thinking behind the scenes, but it was getting that feeling that, like, this is easy. This is my destiny, and it's just done. And now I feel like, yeah, that reignited something in him. Like, oh, I gotta go do this. And Adesanya, man, great fighter, great personality as well. And And you're right. The things he said at that Australia press conference, man. He's looking for big things. So
It's not that. Yeah.
very cool stuff. But this next fight,
You're in trouble.
this next fight is no joke.
How many times is it going to get figured out? How many times is it going to fall? Loses with there. That was one thing too. Like even with Thompson felt like he falls down on the X, but he's up the wall.
Yeah. It was like
This
flurry.
guy get up and get to the left side.
Yeah.
And he's just flying around.
And he would slide out. Like, look at that. Yeah. But that's your position. Yeah. Yeah, it's your job. I agree. It would behoove them to move on.
That's a good reason to cheer, Andrew.
They weren't high school.
That made me laugh.
There was a fucking DeBoer out there. He was just kind of like weird energy. As soon as he got hired, it was just a weird like fog that was going over the team.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like
Yeah, motivated. There's no errors. You can't have errors. And that's how we were the first like 3 seasons. It wasn't perfect. Or they shoot the one timer directly at, right up the center. Right in his chest.
All right, Jeff Mullen moving back in place. Let's see who we got.
I think it'll be good.
I see you, Joe.
Next to the scale, Alan Badeau. Official weight 253 pounds for Alan Badeau.
All right, so now the heavyweights are in. I'm just waiting on Vanessa Demopoulos. All right, Big Ben, I will check it out. Editing some photos right now, but I'll check it out for sure. Yeah, Shawnee, pretty cool to see the prelims on ABC. Just more exposure for the sport, more eyeballs. Good thing. Yeah, Queen, very, very disciplined. So, I mean, but you never know. Weight cuts, sometimes your body has complications, reactions, right? I mean, don't want to jump to any conclusions right now, but sometimes it's just kind of out of your control. We'll see. I mean, look, still 38 minutes, so it's not like there's need to panic just yet or anything like that, but certainly a little concerning at the very least. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. I'll try. Yeah, there's so much MMA going this weekend, man. You got PFL, Bellator, and BKFC tonight. So I actually had tickets to a Las Vegas Light soccer game. So me and my family are going to that. So I'm gonna have to watch everything on replay tomorrow. So I'll be a day late on everything that happens tonight. But we like going to the soccer games when we can. So gotta go enjoy that family time. Catch up on all the events tomorrow. And tomorrow, UFC, first live karate combat. It was a busy ass weekend. I think everybody was just trying to get something in before the holiday weekend next weekend, because next weekend is pretty much just the UFC. Yeah, Shawnee, I'm interested in that too, man. I mean, look, the story's there, so you got to go with the story, right? This is what I've been saying about Alex Bejeda. When they brought him in, you knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? And the story's there. I think they're doing the right thing by kind of like, people are going to say, oh, they're rushing him or it's too soon. But it's the story, man. It's the story. Like, is he legit? If he wins, is he legit the most deserving contender? No, not at all. But you got the history, you got the story. It's you can sell that. You know what I mean? And I think you go with that. So, but not an easy fight. Not an easy fight. So, but the dude can crack. That's for sure. Yeah, thanks, Big Ben. Appreciate that. Andrew, too. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, man. I've skipped a lot of family things over the years for work. Or, like, I wouldn't even say, like, entertain it. You know, I'd just be like, no, I have to. It's work. I have to do that. And that's a mistake, man. That's a mistake. Can't replace those family times, man. So that's the one lesson I've learned. You know, I was extremely loyal to a company, and when I needed that company to be loyal to me, they weren't. And unfortunately, that's a story that plays out over and over and over and over in life. So put family first. You have to put family first. All right, Big Ben says Beck gets KO'd tonight. Yeah, I had a chance to interview Britton Hart Beltran. If you want to check that out on the Underground YouTube page, man, she was extremely open about some very painful stuff that she went through in the build up to this fight. So appreciated that from her. Yeah, Scott, that's it. Everybody you want to see it. The story's there. You know, there's going to be some bad blood. There's history. You're going to see the replay. It's you do it. And Shawnee, not only just because of his age, you don't slow him down, but like, dude, there's some bad matchups for him in the division. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. The dudes that can like just nonstop wrestle, that's gonna be a bad matchup for him. But they did the right thing. They kind of guided him that way. You know. Yeah, Big Ben, that's it, man. Put that family first, man. You don't get that time back. Yeah, go check it out, Queen. She's right off the top, man. Very open about what she went through. A lot of stuff, man. I thought it was a good conversation. I agree, Andrew. I agree. Oh, West Coast, come on now. It's hard to watch people you care about fight, man. That's the crazy thing about this game, man. We all love the sport, but dude, when it's somebody in there that you love, somebody that you care about, boy, it is hard. It's a weird feeling, man. Like, they're trained killers, but it's like you feel helpless because you can't help them. You know what I mean? This is weird. Like, what would you do? I don't know, but it's a weird feeling, man, to watch somebody you really love and care about in there competing in combat sports, man. It is tough. Yeah, Strickland's an interesting cat, man. Strickland is an interesting cat. Yeah, Queen, I kind of feel the same. And Big Ben, you're right. Yeah, man, yeah, I did. I left MMA Junkie in March. After 15 years. 15 years with the company. That's it, Andrew. That's it, man. It's hard. Or like if you know their family and stuff like that, really tough. Like when we first moved to Vegas. My wife did some babysitting for Frank Trigg because she didn't have a job or anything, and she was looking for something to do. And this is before we had a kid, and so she would watch Frank Trigg's kids, and like just that, like you know their children, you take care. Like his last couple fights, it was hard to watch, man, because you know the impact it has on their family and stuff like that, man. It's crazy. It changes everything.
Miserably hot.
Yeah, Shawnee, I got to change.
I didn't take enough clothes.
Got a damn underscore in there, but but it still works.
You walk outside for 30 seconds.
Man, I appreciate you.
Right. You expect to walk in, like in Vegas, it's super hot outside. You walk in, it's cool. You walk inside, it's like, this isn't much different.
The only thing you don't have on is
Like the humidity there. You walk outside. There was a mall attached to the hotel, but you had to like go outside, walk 20 feet, and then go into a door to go to the store. That 20 feet, you're like, like sticky already. It's gross.
tell people because it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
And when I say this in the countryside, no energy.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere. You don't want to. You want to see all the pretty stuff, but you can't be outside.
Yeah, Mackenzie's looking good now too. Can't overlook Marina Rodriguez, man. I feel like she keeps getting skipped over right now.
Like, is the air on?
I feel like Marina's like the Leon Edwards of the strawweight division.
Yeah, it's like, feels like somebody, I go,
Can we turn that up? And then I got on the bus and it was a sign that says $500 fine for eating and drinking on the bus. I'm like, so we sweltering. We can't even drink water on the bus. Well, I didn't attempt it because, you know, I'm scared over there. So I just, I mean, it's a shuttle bus. It's not a public bus. You can't drink. But yeah.
the best time to go is
Yeah. It's beautiful, but it's way too hot.
rain.
And it rained on and off too. Less girls feel like
Oh, wait. I think I did. I think I was driving when that came up. I'll look at it later. Okay, I'll be there. Come on. Why do you hate me? What did I do to you? What did your friend do? I'm doing it right now. As we speak. Oh, she released the hell out of me. She's like, stop sucking. No, they hate me. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I've done nothing. I'm fine, yeah, because they have
Ibrahim, I appreciate those kind words. Long story as to why I left, but a big part of it was one of the things I really enjoy doing is commentating. I commentate for CFFC on UFC Fight Pass, so if you've never checked that out, please do so. Me and CM Punk call fights there, and it was becoming an issue for MMA Junkie for me to do that. And I really feel like that's something I want to do more of in my career and kind of grow my career in that way. And I was basically being told that that wasn't possible. And so that, among other things, but that was a big one where I just felt like, unfortunately, there wasn't any support of me growing my career in that regards. And so I had to make the difficult decision that if that was something I was passionate about and wanted to do, that I needed to leave. And so yeah, after 15 years, walked away and starting things up here at mixedmartialarts.com, and got some plans. Got a lot of work, but we got some plans and I got some ideas. And luckily, I'll still be covering the sport, and I get to do commentary now. So, but I appreciate those kind words. Scott McCray, I have never gone to a Cage Warriors event. There were a couple times where I was over in London and they did a Cage Warriors like the night before a UFC. It only happened a couple times, but they did it. But there was so much stuff to do that I couldn't really get free in time to be there. Like it'd be the ceremonial weigh-ins, and you got to, produce the video, the photos, all that stuff, and so I couldn't really do it. And we weren't, like, if we went, we weren't gonna have like workspace and stuff like that. So I never did it. But been watching Cage Warriors a long time, man. Years and years ago, we actually used to stream Cage Warriors on MMA Junkie, and then for the longest time, even after we didn't, they still were cool and like put our logo on their mat and that sort of stuff. Now, like George and Goes had Conor McGregor in studio when he was still a Cage Warriors fighter. So yeah, we followed Cage Warriors for a long, long time. Yeah, that is actually man talking over there. He's over there with the social media rep from the UFC. So I guess they're reviewing his account or something. I don't know what they're doing over there. Queen, I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. And Shawnee, thank you, man. I appreciate that as well. Oh yeah, Scott, Cage Warriors does a good job, man. They've built their reputation, man. They've been doing it for a long time. Big Man, anybody coming to the BKFC fights tonight? No, I don't think so. If anybody, it would be Danny Segura. Danny Segura lives in Florida, so I think he would be the one to go. But man, I mean, obviously, I have no idea what the junkie schedule is, but I would guess not, just with everything that's going on. But nah, Richard, I haven't heard anything like that. To be honest with you, I just moved on, man. I'm not looking for that, you know. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'm not looking for, you know, my idea was not like I'm doing this to hurt them. I'm doing it to have this opportunity for myself, to bet on myself. You know what I mean? To bet on myself. So, who knows, man? They may be happy I'm gone, but who cares? Oh, coming to nah. We'll see. We'll see. So far, I mean, our budget is tight. We got to build these channels so that we can have some financial resources. But we got some ideas. Cody Merrill's helping me build the social channels, which is nice. And then I'd like to bring one other person on board soon to help me on the editorial side. So we'll see. Oh, Scott, my Keck is going nice. Nice. I like Mike. He's a good dude. I enjoy. Got a chance to meet him at the last Jacksonville show. So, but look, there's some MMA ties to that BKFC show tonight. And by the way, the Bellator card tonight's good too, man. A deep Bellator card. A lot of respect to that. yeah, we'll see. I'm actually excited. So at mixedmartialarts.com, the Underground, we have a content relationship with Sports Illustrated, and Chris Perrone, who used to be an exec at USA Today and was actually my favorite exec at USA Today, if I'm being 100% honest, is now running Sports Illustrated. That was just announced a couple weeks ago, so it was kind of like one of those, wow, you know, the one dude I liked at that company, the one dude I really, really liked at that company is now coming over to run this other company that I'm working with. So kind of maybe a little sign of good fortune, you know. Okay, there you go, Big. So Danny is here. Danny Segura is here. That's what I said. I figured. Cool. Oh, Danny Sabatello. That dude is crazy, Scott. I love him. I love the trash talk because it's. I mean, look, I know, and I told him, like, I interviewed him before this fight too. There's an interview over there if you want to see that on the YouTube page as well. And I told him, I'm like, I'm sure there's some people that love you and some people that hate you, but I like his trash talk because it's not the stuff that to me is overboard. And I know I'm not trying to be all PC or anything like that, but to me, race, religion, family, like, just leave that out, man. Just leave that out. And he does. He leaves all that out. It's more just like, you suck, and I'm going to make you bloody and beat your ass. Like, I love that. Oh, see, Richard Noggin. Yep. That's what I said. I bet there's some people that love him and some people that just absolutely hate him. There's going to be people that are happy to see him get his ass kicked. Richard Noggin is definitely not on the Sabatello hype train. That's funny. Yeah, right, Andrew? Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck. Right? See, even then, Chael, I didn't necessarily love the. Okay, hold on. Security's coming back on stage. I bet we got Vanessa here. 14 minutes to spare. All right, Jeff Mullen in place.
And last to the scale, Vanessa Demopoulos. Official weight 115.5 pounds for Vanessa Demopoulos.
All right, so there you have it. Maybe a little late in the ceremony, but comfortably underweight there. So no issues. Everybody is official. Let me give me a second. I'm gonna change the lenses out here, so you'll see just as a heads up for anybody that hasn't been here before, you'll see the picture drop when I switch out the lenses. But we'll have it right back up so that we can watch the face-offs.
no, you go.
Who's in on that anyhow? Like the interview in there. I didn't know there was an interview in there.
He said 11:45 for that, so I don't know.
All right, well, I'm gonna go finish the other one.
Wasn't this one
first? Second, I'll put you back on.
Roger, they still rolling on there? Can you see through it? You can stand it.
You sure you don't mind? I'm gonna go in there and finish up ours.
And then grab lunch. Yeah, if he does that interview first, I'll do. I mean, I could do it.
Then you go to lunch and then we'll finish it up.
Yeah, that's
We got
fine.
Robin.
Plenty of cameras.
Yeah, we got.
And we're back. Edit some photos here real quick while the face off's just as quickly as we can.
It was like jittery, huh? Hold the whole thing.
All right, Ben, take it easy, brother. I'll look for those messages. Oh yeah, whatever happened to Gianni's teeth? I love Gianni's teeth. I remember he changed his username because he stopped gambling, but we begged him to change it back because Gianni's teeth is just the greatest screen name of all time.
Yeah, you gotta make them count. That's some good. For the price that he makes it. I was like, my friend wants to put not so it's like big. I just don't trigger it. I really want it. Yeah. I mean, they probably won't replace it. They probably won't replace it for a couple of years. Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah, the development is so fast. And this is one different.
I don't think you did, Scott. I don't think you did. Yeah, Richard, I watched that. I had it going the other way, man, to be honest with you. Yeah, Shawnee, that's Cold Coffee's camera right there, so I guess I'll cut him some slack. I could zoom in a little bit, but I like to shoot wide because I got to go shoot stills. So. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate that, man. It's definitely a conscious decision. I just feel like that's the right way to handle yourself, you know what I mean? So thank you for saying that, brother. Yeah, Queen. It's tough, right? Because I like Rowdy Beck a lot, man. We've had some great times with her over the years, great interviews and fun fights. She's always a fun person to be around. But, man, Britt, man, hard on her sleeve and gone through some hard times, man. So you kind of feel for her. So a couple good fights tonight at BKFC. Jimmy Rivera's in there. It's a good show for BKFC. Yeah, Richard, I thought that knee hit the chest. I mean, it may have grazed the chin a little bit, but I don't even think it grazed the chin. I think it hit the chest. And so I really think that stand-up kind of screwed him at the end. So, yeah, frustrating moment. Yeah, Beck's hilarious. She's not afraid to show a little sass. She's the best. All right, I'm going to go jump into position because I think we're about to get started. Yeah, Shani, I thought it hit the chest. Yeah, Luis Palomino. Man, Luis Palomino, he's been doing really well over there. Those fights with Gaethje back in the day were legendary. I know, Andrew. I was looking at my personal on here is just a brown J. I think I need to change it to the blue shirt. All right, Screws get on stage. I'm going to go jump on stage. Enjoy the face-offs.
Oh, Nick, you're back. You trimmed your beard. We gotta get you back there. Back in the saddle, Tommy. Back in the saddle. Rest, recovery, and then do it again. Recovery is more important than training.
My excuse why I'm
You're like, I can't walk.
My legs feel funny.
I'm not working like normal. So you just doing like an MMA thing, dude? Or?
Yeah, it's a thing with warrior.
Oh, I love it.
Call it something else.
That's what I need to do, man. I should have signed up with you.
I'm not trying to fight. I've got 19 pounds.
No, dude, absolutely, man.
Big stick.
Bro, that's not a baby step.
It's a good understanding too of like what they're doing. It's one thing to see them like, oh, through the front, and then when the first time we try to do it, I'm like, why does it not work? You know what the hardest? Because you don't know the technique, and then you do the technique.
Oh, it clicks.
The hardest thing for me was just not really exercise, you know what it's called. Where they go like hand in hand. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Oh my god, I can't with that. I'm just why? I've seen it from the friends that
Yesterday, for like my birthday present, I had to take all these dudes down, and one of them was like, no, he's not going down to 3/4. Trying to take a second leg, but how many times have we watched somebody do a fucking trip,
a judo trip?
So I had his leg and then he tripped the leg. It's from watching it.
Yeah,
never.
It's just instinct, man. That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hey guys, you're gonna have to go back there.
They made us get in a circle, and I was thinking like, what workout we're gonna do? Like, somebody had a birthday here today. Get in the middle, get in over.
You were gonna have to exercise either way.
It was better than what Safe. I thought it was gonna be like what Safe said, where everybody's gonna come up and just fucking jack me. I probably would have really threw up on that one. You probably I probably would have first. I'm like, just hit it and be done.
All right, everybody. We've got a 12-fight card tomorrow on ESPN2 and ESPN. Sean Shelby is here. We will stare these athletes down. First bout is in the women's strawweight division. Jin Yu Fry takes on Vanessa Demopoulos. Up next, we're in the bantamweight division. Mario Batista takes on Brian Kelleher. Up next, we move down to the flyweight division. Cody Durden takes on JP Bays. Back to the bantamweight division. Next, Sergey Morozov squares off against Haulian Paiva. Next up, we move to featherweight. TJ Brown takes on Shailen Nordenbecka. And our featured prelim is in the light heavyweight division. Tafan Chukwi takes on Carlos Olberg. Our 6-fight main card starts at 7 local time, 10 Eastern on ESPN. It starts in the middleweight division. Adolfo Vieira takes on Chris Curtis. Up next, we're in the bantamweight division. Umar Nurmagomedov squares off against Nate Maness. A lightweight matchup is next. Christos Yagos takes on Tiago Moises. Our lone heavyweight bout of the card, Alan Badeau takes on Josh Parisian. Our co-main event is in the welterweight division. 15th ranked undefeated Shavkat Rakhmonov takes on 10th ranked Neil Magny. Shavkat Rakhmonov and Neil Magny in our co-main event. And our main event is at lightweight, 5 rounds if needed. 12th ranked from Poland, Mateusz Gamrot takes on from Armenia, 11th ranked Arman Tsarukyan. Mateusz Gamrot and Arman Tsarukyan in tomorrow's main event. We will see you on ESPN.
Got a little chippy there for the main event, huh? It's been nothing but respect in the build-up, but we'll see. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. I appreciate everybody. I love chatting with you guys. I know it's tough on doing video and photos. I don't have my full attention, but enjoy chatting with you nonetheless. Appreciate everybody that tunes in.
Great job.
Great job. A lot of MMA this weekend. Watch it all. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Scott. And a half. We'll do that. The MMA Roadshow. If you're not a listener, give the MMA Roadshow a listen for the first time. And thank you all very, very much.
I wasn't trying to get better. I told him before. Are we still?